Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Manjeet Singh from Punjabi University, Patiala. Today, we are going to discuss about the module Technological Environment, which is an important part of the paper Business Environment. Now, after learning about this module, you will be able to understand the concept of technological environment. You will also be in a position to understand the basic concepts of technology and its impact on business. You will also be in a position to describe the various technology policy statements and its objectives. You'll also be in a position to understand the concept of science and technology. And lastly, you'll be in a position to understand the factors which affect the technological environment. Technology in today's world is considered as the most significant factor of any business environment. If we say the words of William Glueck, he said, the single most important factor that has dramatically affected both the society and the business is the factory system of production, which is popularly known as industrial revolution. Now, this is something he has said long time back. So, the important aspect of technological changes is the development of science. Technological factors sometimes cause problems as well. A firm which is able to cope up with the technological advancement may survive, and some firms which are not in a position to cope up with the technological advancement will not be in a position to survive. The government, in its resolutions of industrial policy, industrial licensing resolutions, MRTP Act, FARA Act, through all these regulations and even through the liberalization policies, the government has given more importance to the sophisticated technology and the technological transfer. The foreign investments up to 100% is allowed in the industries with the sophisticated technology. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has also the same vision with regard to technology, and he came up with a very good initiatives like Digital India. Technological imports and foreign technological collaborations are also being allowed for this purpose. Philip Kotler, the famous marketing professor, in his recent book, The New Competition, predicts that as we move towards the next century, besides the newly established, newly industrialized nations like South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore, the other nations, Asian nations, particularly China, India, Philippines, will evolve highly competitive approaches to win sizable shares of key global markets. The trend towards an increasing share of the world's gross national income product oriented in this part of the world is also seen by many observers. Impact of technology on business. Impact of technological factors on business is very fast. It can be understood with the help of the following figure. Demand for traditional capital, increase in quality of products, rise in productivity, more emphasis on R&D, obsolescence, demand for skilled labor, organization structure becomes Technostructure, quality management, social change, change in business combination, expectation of customers, system complexity, rise or decline in products. These points are discussed as follows. First, demand for traditional capital. With the advancement of technology, there would be more requirement of traditional capital. More modernized equipments can be purchased for the growth and development of the business. Second, increase in quality of products. There is an improvement in the quality of goods and services because of improvement in technology. The quality products have increased the standard of living of people. The customers are ready to spend more on the good quality of products. Third is rise in productivity. The productivity of goods can be increased. With the help of improved technology, more modernized equipments are purchased for manufacturing quality products. Moreover, new advanced methods of production and new techniques are also used in modern business. Capital intensive technology is being used to produce modernized products instead of labor intensive technology. Fourth is more emphasis on research and development. The entrepreneurs are more concentrating on in house research and development and indigenous research and development in specific areas where India is already ahead, where a quantum jump over developed countries is possible. In these areas, it should be possible for India to export technology. Reinventing the wheels in other areas is wasteful of both talent and expenditure, especially where India can easily borrow technology. In all such cases, the import of technological know how should be resorted to. Obsolescence. Some of the products have become obsolete with the advancement of technology, like transistors, scooters, picture tube televisions, etc. Mobiles have replaced old landline phones, watches, alarm clocks, calculators, etc. Another is demand for skilled labor. In today's world, more skilled labor is required to operate the technical gadgets. It has increased the demand for skilled labor. It has created employment opportunities, and there is a golden chance for the young generation to become highly skilled through technology. Organization structure becomes technostructure. Most of the organizational structures have become technostructures with Wi-Fi campuses, computerized system instead of manual system, electronic gadgets, CCTV cameras, system to maintain a check on the labor and subordinates. Quality management. It is all the more necessary to borrow the state of art of technology. The talk of appropriate technology is valid only if we are confining ourselves to indigenous markets and work in isolation from rest of the world. Social change. The tastes, habits, and preferences of the people change with the passage of time. We have seen rapid changes in the society in the last few decades. The people have become more, everyone has mobile phone, laptop, internet facility. The eating habits have also changed a lot. Change in business combination. There is a lot of variation in business combination. The need for a rapid application of modern technologies is illustrated by Japan after World War II. Experience elsewhere in Germany and USA shows that in the long run technological change has had the effect of increasing growth and prosperity. Expectations of customers. Customers are considered to be the king in the marketplace. There is concept of customized products in today's era. These products are highly in demand. The expectation level of customers has also increased with the advancement of technology. System complexity. The acceptance of technological progress by employees and the population as a whole plays an extremely decisive role. India has made its technology policy statement recently. The organizational system has become complex and there is a lot of data to handle. Rise or decline in products. Some of the products are its introduction stage, while some are in the saturation stage. Technology decides the point of saturation of old products. After observing the impact of technology on business, we can say that management of companies which are thoughtful, innovation, and forward looking must take cognizance of the effects of such environment on their business enterprise. Now let us talk about the technology policy statement. The main highlights of this policy statement are: firstly, to attain the technological self-reliance and competence and to reduce the vulnerability basically in strategic and critical areas and making the maximum use of indigenous resources. Secondly, its aim is to provide maximum gainful and satisfying employment to all stratas of the society with emphasis on women employment and the employment of weaker sections of the society. Thirdly, it aims to use the traditional skills and capabilities by making them commercially competitive. Fourthly, it aims to ensure the correct mix between mass production technologies and the production by the masses. Another aim of the statement is to ensure maximum development with a minimum capital outlays. It also aims to identify the obsolescence of technology in use and make arrangements for the modernization of technology and equipment. It also aims to develop technologies which are internationally competitive with the main stress on those which have potential for export of goods and services. It also aims to enhance the production speedily through more efficiency and fuller utilization of existing capabilities and increasing the quality and reliability of the performance and the output. It also aims to reduce the demand on energy, particularly energy from non renewable resources. It also aims to ensure the harmony with the ecological environment in the country so as to preserve the ecological balance in the environment and to enhance the quality of the habitat. And lastly, it also aims to recycle the waste materials and to make full utilization of its byproducts. Strategies to realize policy objectives. The policy objectives can be achieved with the help of following strategies: to improve science and technology governance and investment, try to build New India that continues to maintain its strong democratic institutions and traditions, maximum utilization of existing competence and infrastructure, maintaining international science and technology cooperation, improving the infrastructure for science and technology in academic and administrative enterprises, creating awareness among people about science and technology, finding out new funding bodies and mechanisms for basic research, management and generation of intellectual property, development of human resources, management of natural hazards and development of technologies for mitigation, development of technology diffusion and its transfer, optimum use of indigenous resources and traditional knowledge, enhancing the new ways to increase innovation, making collaborations between scientific laboratories and industries. Now let us talk about science and technology. It is useful to place the two words, that is science and technology, in their proper perspective. It may be noted that word science is considered as a systematized body of knowledge, and when this knowledge is put into practice, it becomes technology. With regard to similarities, it may be stated that the two are interdependent. With the advancement in science, that helps to develop the new technology, while at the same time, the need for new technologies and the products provide the derive for the new scientific discoveries. Some of the technological inventions the man feels are wonders, whereas some others are horrors, and yet some of them are the mixed blessings. Automobile and television, for example, have evoked mixed reactions. Hydrogen bomb and guns have proved to be the horrors, whereas penicillin, open heart surgery, and birth control pills are the wonders. Features of technology. Before discussing the factors affecting technological environment, we should discuss the salient characteristics of technology. The features of technology are discussed as follows. Technology relates to its change. The first feature of technology is its change, and then more change with the passage of time. Technology stresses change on people whether they are ready for it or not. In the present era, it has brought so much change that it creates what it is called future shock, which means that change comes so fast that it reaches the limits of human tolerance and people lose their ability to cope with it successfully. Effect of technology are widespread. Other important feature of technology is widespread, reaching far beyond the immediate point of technological impact. Basically, technology runs through society until every community is affected by it. People cannot escape it. Technology feeds in itself. Technology is self reinforcing. The principle implies that technology acts as a multiplier to encourage its own faster development. This acts with other parts of the society so that an invention in one place leads to secure inventions in other places. Factors affecting technological environment. There are various factors which affect technology and are discussed in detail with the help of following figures. First is social factor, second is economic factors, third is organizational factor. Now, in the social factors, the issues are social changes, system complexity, high demands of customers, technological reaches, people through business, and social systems. The economic factors are research and development, increased productivity, boundaries redefined, jobs became intellectual, problems of technostructures, demand for capital, products and organizations, government regulations, and bioprofessional or multi-professional managers. The organizational factors are risk factor, e-commerce and e-business, organizational structure, resistance to change, total quality management, and flexible manufacturing system. Now let's talk about the factors which affect the technological environment. Now the first and the foremost is the social factors. The maximum or the highest effect of technology is on the society. Basically, every area of social life has changed by the developments in the technology. The social factors leads to, first of all, the social changes. We have seen a change in the social life which results from the change in the technological process. Therefore, an invention may destroy the economic basis of the city, retrench thousands of the workmen, yet the same invention can result in the creation of a new city somewhere else and create even more employment opportunities that is initially destroyed. It's a misconception that we say that technology has led to the reduction in the jobs, reduction in the employment opportunities. We have seen that though the employment opportunities are shrinking on one count, whereas many new employment opportunities are created because of this. Another aspect related to this is the system complexity. Change in technology has resulted in the increase in the complexity. Modern machines and equipments may work better and faster than the manual labor, but if they have some disorder, then these require services of some of the expert persons to repair them. Sometimes these machines fail because of their complexity. Another aspect related to this is that technology reaches people through business. New inventions and discoveries create ideas in the minds of the people, which led to the change in the technology. The economic prosperity of the country depends upon the technology these days. More than 50% of the economic growth in the developed countries like Germany, Japan, UK, USA, and France have come from the technical progress which is gained by them. Another is Another factor is the social systems. Technology creates a different kind of social system, which can be commonly called as a knowledge society these days. Transfer and use of information and knowledge instead of the manual skill dominates the work and employs largest population of workforce in the knowledge society. Technology has different levels, and each level leaves a distinct influence on the work and on the social systems. Another aspect is high demand by the customers. In the present era, youngsters demand many of the things, then many more things rather than the same things. They expect variety. They expect variety of products and services, improved quality of goods, eco-friendly and organic stuff, which are free from pollution, customized products are available these days, which are more comfortable and safe. And that is what is expected by the people, and they are manufactured and supplied to the people. Economic factors. There are some economic factors which are related with money and finance and influences technology. It is basically a dual effect. Technology affects the economy of the country, and the economic power of the nation also has an effect on technology. The points are discussed as follows. The first one is research and development. There is a need to spend more on research and development activities. R&D assumes importance in the enterprises as technology advances. Enterprises should allocate resources to R&D. A company's R&D intensity is principal means of increasing the market share in international competition. Moreover, consistency in resource allocation to R&D across lines of business enhances organizational efficiency by enabling the enterprise to better develop synergies among the product lines and business units. Further, technology transfer should also be made, which is a process of taking new technology from the laboratory to the marketplace is equally important. Increase productivity. The highest influential impact of technology is increased productivity in terms of both quantity and quality. That is why technology at all levels is adopted. In service industry, the objective may be qualitative because the main stress is on satisfying the customers through giving improved services. But in a manufacturing industry, the objective may be in quantitative terms of more production at a lesser cost. Economies of the scale can also be achieved through bulk production. Boundaries redefined. Technological change is a potent force for redefining the industrial boundaries, which may be broadened or narrowed as per requirement. For example, with the advancement of information technology, old conceptions of the financial service industry obsolete the banks, insurance companies, brokerage firms, and force them to be interconnected to give new financial services. Technological change may have an important impact on the prevailing business definition of individual companies. It is one of the significant factors which gives rise to the product substitution and product differentiation. Jobs become more intellectual. Jobs have become more intellectual or upgraded with the improved technology. If work which was previously handled by an illiterate or unskilled worker now requires the services of an educated and competent expert person. For example, a clerical post in the administrative office now requires an expert person in computers who has a good knowledge of typing in different languages. Technology has also dislocated some employees unless they have proper training and knowledge about the equipments and new machines. Technology has its impact on human relations also. Problem of technostructure. Because of the improvement in technology, the structures have also become complex and emphasized on experts to become highly knowledgeable and professional. In business organizations that has adopted latest technology are flooded with engineers, scientists, highly skilled employees on its payroll. It has also increased the professional competence among employees. Motivation of such employees is a very difficult task. Hike in salary packages is to be given to retain the skilled employees, otherwise, they will switch to other companies. Demand for capital. Technology demands huge amount of capital on procuring or inventing new ideas and their adoption, training, educating, and maintaining the managers. It requires proper well settled infrastructure, laboratories, and highly techno gadgets. All these can be purchased with the massive funds. It is a long term investment which will give fruits for a number of years, but updation and upgradation of technology is must from time to time for this. Products and organizations. We have seen that there is a change in the habits and tastes of the customers with the passage of time, and the new products became obsolete and out of date very soon. A new technology may develop a new industry, but it can ruin the old one. For example, nobody used transistors and radios in the present era. We are living in a robotic environment and everything can be done by pressing the button on a remote. In the mobile phone industry, the old models have become outdated within 6 months only because of the introduction of new phones in the same segment. Another important factor is the economic factors. Now, in the economic factors, the first aspect is related to the government regulations. The government has the power to ban or investigate the goods and services which are harmful for the society or hurt the sentiments of a particular segment of the society. Some people who are more eco friendly can oppose the construction of high buildings, may oppose the industries which are harmful for the environment and the location of a factory. Government from time to time makes the amendments in the science and technology policy of India, keeping in mind the feelings of the people and the ecological environment. Organizational factors. Technology has a significant impact on the organizational structure, span of control, and length of line of commands of the chief executive and the top line managers. These factors are explained as under. First is risk factor. Technology always creates a fear of risk. The existing and outdated companies cannot survive in the competitive environment. For example, the handloom industry has adversely affected with the power looms and modern machines. The big fish will eat the small one. Similarly, the big business organization with the improved technology has vanished the small scale enterprises. E-commerce and e-business. In the present era, technology has given birth to internet and World Wide Web, which has made electronic commerce possible and viable. E-business has contributed to a growing number of transactions within a country and across the world. Now people can purchase the products while sitting at home from any part of the world. Money can also be transferred from one account to another by just click of the button. Banks and financial institutions make online transaction of money. Organizational structure. Different kind of structures is used in the business organization by the managers. Where companies use technology, which is fast changing, matrix structures are more common. Small batch technology structure, production technology structure, and continuous process technology structures are used in different types of organizations. Resistance to change. It is a human nature that people resist change. A typical businessman himself is opposed to new technology. Reasons are not only the psychological but practical also, because adopting new technology is expensive and risky. An entrepreneur need not to worry if he has sufficient money to buy new technology, but if there is shortage of funds, then they cannot cope up with the change. Total quality management, that is TQM. TQM means providing the products and the services at a very good quality by an organization to the public. It may increase the cost of production of the enterprise, but will increase the satisfaction of consumers, and they will demand more good quality products, which may result into improved sales. Quality can be improved by periodical inspections, and it is the job of quality control personnel. TQM has been adopted by almost all business enterprises. Manufacturing systems. It is considered to be one of the other byproduct of technology. Different kinds of machines are designed to produce variety of products. For example, we can take printouts of so many papers by single command. Under the manufacturing system, highly skilled and trained employees are required, and their job rotation for increasing the overall efficiency is also need of the hour. Now let us try to summarize what we have learned from this particular module. Technology, as we say, is very expensive, very costly, very uncertain, and high risk activity. Import of technology is also not easy because developed countries are not interested in lending it out. Actually, these countries see India as an opportunity for investment, whereas they are reluctant to pass on the advanced technology. In this module, we have discussed about the meaning of technology, science, its features, and the difference between science and technology. The meaning of technological environment is also described, and moreover, the impact of technology on business environment and the factors which affect the technology are also discussed. India has entered a modern world, but at the same time, when we look at our population, we still largely face the economic backwardness and poverty. It is quite obvious that technology must attend to the basic problems of our poor masses who are facing the problems like food, clothing, health, and housing. So, for this purpose, the government has made science and technology policy for maintaining a sustainable technological environment.